Negative thinking. We've all been there. Those nagging doubts, endless worries, or the mental replay of past errors. It's like an uninvited guest that overstays, hijacking your thoughts and sapping your energy. At first, it seems minor, a fleeting frustration or a bit of self-criticism. But soon, it spirals into a habit, a cycle that shapes how you view yourself, your life, and the world. The worst part? It starts to define your reality. But what if I told you negative thinking doesn't have to rule you? What if you could escape that cycle and reclaim control over your mind? That's what we're exploring today, drawing on the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and Stoic philosophy. This isn't about faking positivity or brushing off struggles. It's about understanding how your thoughts function, learning to steer them, and crafting a mindset that lifts you up instead of holding you back. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." At the heart of Stoicism lies this truth. While we can't always control what happens around us, we can control how we perceive it, think about it, and respond. That's where true freedom is found. In this episode, we'll uncover practical strategies to loosen the grip of negative thinking. Together, we'll learn how to shift perspectives, reframe obstacles, and build habits that foster clarity and resilience. These aren't just theories. They're actionable steps you can use today to reshape your mindset and life. If you've ever felt burdened by doubt, fear, or frustration, stick with me. This isn't another pep talk about thinking positive. It's about seizing control of your thoughts, aligning them with your values, and becoming a stronger, more focused version of yourself. Let's embark on this journey towards strength, clarity, and freedom. We'll discover how to dismantle negative thinking and take back the power over your mind. Lesson 1. Harness the power of your perceptions. Negative thinking often stems from how we interpret the world. It's not the events themselves that trouble us, but the stories we attach to them. This misunderstanding fuels feelings of overwhelm, frustration, or defeat in daily life. When something goes wrong, like facing criticism or an unexpected setback, our instinct is to spin a negative narrative. These stories, not the events, amplify the problem. Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly. If you're distressed by anything external, the pain comes not from the thing itself, but from your judgment of it. And this you can change at any moment. Put simply, it's not what happens, it's how you think about it. Your perceptions act as the lens through which you see the world. When that lens is clouded by negativity, even small challenges can feel overwhelming. For example, imagine a coworker critiques your work. You might think, "I'm awful at this. I'll never succeed." But is that true? Or is it just your perception? What if you reframed it as, "This feedback is a chance to grow and improve"? The event stays the same, but your perspective shifts, and so does your emotional response. Distorted perceptions take hold quickly, shaping how you view yourself, your relationships, and your world. Left unchecked, they become patterns that limit your potential and steal your peace. So, how do you take charge of your perceptions? Start with awareness. Notice the thoughts that surface during challenges or criticism. Ask, is this story I'm telling myself helping or harming me? Often, you'll see it's not the event causing pain, but the meaning you've given it. Next, challenge those interpretations. If you're slipping into negativity, pause and ask, is there another way to see this that empowers me instead of draining me? This small shift can be transformative. Finally, practice reframing. Instead of dwelling on what's wrong, focus on what's possible. Stuck in traffic? Rather than fuming, consider using the time productively. Listen to a podcast or take a moment to breathe. Controlling perceptions isn't about ignoring reality. It's about choosing a mindset that supports you, not sabotages you. The next time you face a frustrating moment, pause and remind yourself, this isn't about the event, it's about how I see it. By reshaping your perspective, you take the first step toward breaking free from negativity and building a mind that works for you, not against you. Lesson 2. Digging into the roots of negative thinking. Negative thinking isn't just a pesky habit. It's a deep-seated pattern often tied to specific origins. These roots might stem from your upbringing, past experiences, societal expectations, or fears you've carried over time. To break free from negative thinking, you need to understand where it begins and why it holds such sway over you. Consider this. Negative thoughts often arise as a shield. If you've faced criticism, rejection, or failure before, your mind may weave negativity to brace you for the worst or protect you from future pain. But this shield traps you, stifling growth, risk-taking, and clear vision. Marcus Aurelius put it profoundly. The soul takes on the hue of its thoughts. The more you let fear, doubt, or failure dominate your mind, the more they color your reality. Let's break it down. Picture yourself facing a new challenge, like giving a presentation. A voice whispers, "You'll mess this up. Everyone will judge you." That voice doesn't come from the present. It's rooted in past moments or fears, maybe a time you stumbled, and your mind replays it like a warning. But here's the truth. Those past moments don't define your now or your future. To unravel these roots, start with awareness. Notice when negative thoughts surface and trace them back. Ask, where did this thought originate? Is it fact or an old story I keep repeating? Once you pinpoint the source, challenge it. If you fear failure, recall times you succeeded despite doubts. If self-doubt drives you, ask, what proof do I have that contradicts this thought? Often you'll find these patterns rest on assumptions, not reality. Next, replace those thoughts with intentional, empowering ones. This isn't blind optimism. It's choosing thoughts that fuel growth. Instead of, "I'll never be good enough," try, "I'm learning," and every step matters. Unraveling negativity feels like decluttering a crowded closet. At first, it's daunting. You've held these patterns so long that letting go seems impossible. But as you clear them out, you feel lighter, freer, without the weight of unneeded baggage. Negative thinking may seem automatic, but it's not fixed. The more you expose its roots and challenge its grip, the more you command your mind. Next time negativity creeps in, pause and remind yourself, this isn't me. It's a pattern I can change. That awareness is your first step toward freedom. Lesson 3. Renewing your mind's framework. Negative thinking is like an outdated script looping in your mind. So familiar it feels like the only truth, even when it's far from it. The good news? Your mind is adaptable. Just as it learned these patterns, it can unlearn them and embrace new ones. Renewing your mind means swapping harmful thoughts for empowering ones, reshaping how you experience life. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this. Your life's happiness hinges on the quality of your thoughts. What you dwell on defines your reality. Why does this matter? Negative thoughts don't just sour your mood. They limit your potential. Constantly thinking "I can't do this" or "I'll fail no matter what" becomes a self-fulfilling trap, stopping you before you start. Renewing your mind breaks these chains, giving you space to thrive. How do you begin? First, practice awareness. Track your thoughts daily. When you err, does your mind leap to self-criticism? Do you think "I'm not good enough" or "I always screw up"? Catching these moments lays the groundwork for change. Once you spot a negative thought, challenge it. Ask, "Is this true? Is there evidence? Or am I assuming the worst?" Most often these thoughts stem from fear, not fact. Replace them with constructive truths. Instead of "I can't do this," try "I'm learning," and each step brings me closer. A key tool is reframing, seeing challenges as growth opportunities. Facing rejection, instead of "I'm not good enough," think, "This is a chance to improve and try again," with clarity. Gratitude also rewires your mind. By noting what you're thankful for, you train yourself to see the positive, even in tough times. It's like shifting from a half-empty to a half-full glass. Renewing your mind is like cleaning a smudged window. Negativity distorts your view, but with effort, you wipe it away, seeing the world with fresh clarity. It's not about denying reality. It's about focusing on what empowers you. Next time you're caught in a negative loop, pause and remind yourself, "I can renew my thoughts." By choosing uplifting, inspiring thoughts, you're not just changing your mindset, you're transforming your life. Each new thought is a step toward the best version of you. Lesson 4. Curate a positive environment. The spaces and people around you deeply shape your thoughts, emotions, and mindset. Think about it. When you're with uplifting, supportive individuals, or in a calm, inspiring place, you naturally feel more motivated and positive. But if your environment is filled with negativity, constant criticism, toxic relationships, or chaotic distractions, maintaining a healthy mental state becomes a struggle. Marcus Aurelius noted, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts, while your mindset is your responsibility." The environment you choose either supports or undermines that effort. Negativity spreads easily, but so does positivity. The key is to intentionally craft an environment that nurtures growth and resilience. Start by examining the people in your life. Do they encourage and uplift you? Or do they criticize, discourage, or drain your energy? This isn't about blaming others. It's about recognizing their impact. Surrounding yourself with positive influences doesn't mean cutting everyone out. It means prioritizing relationships that inspire you and setting boundaries with those that don't. For example, if a friend constantly complains or drags you down, consider limiting your time with them. Instead, invest in connections with people who push you to grow, celebrate your wins, and help you see the best in yourself and life. Your physical space matters too. A cluttered, chaotic area can fuel stress and mental fog, while a tidy, welcoming space promotes calm and focus. Look at where you spend your time. Your home, workplace, or digital spaces. Do they inspire you or add to your stress? Simple changes like clearing your desk, adding a plant to your room, or reducing exposure to negative online content can transform your mindset. What you consume also shapes your thoughts. The books you read, shows you watch, or podcasts you hear. If you're constantly absorbing fear, conflict, or negativity, it seeps into your mind. Instead, choose content that educates, inspires, or uplifts. Fill your mind with stories of resilience, ideas that spark deep thought, or messages that align with the mindset you want. Here's a practical example. If you've been scrolling social media for hours, comparing yourself to others and feeling inadequate, try unfollowing accounts that trigger negativity. Follow ones that promote growth, positivity, or a hobby you love. Over time, you'll notice your mood shift with every swipe. Creating a positive environment isn't about dodging all negativity. It's about amplifying what helps you thrive. Think of it like tending a garden. You can't control every storm, but you can choose the soil, seeds, and care you provide. By cultivating a nurturing space, you set yourself up for growth, no matter the challenge. Next time negativity overwhelms you, pause and ask, is my environment helping or hurting me? Then take one small step. Spend time with an inspiring friend. Declutter your workspace or consume uplifting content. Every effort builds a stronger, healthier mind. Lesson 5. Act with stoic purpose. Negative thinking thrives when you're idle. Giving your mind space to dwell on fears, doubts, or past mistakes, creating a cycle that feels unbreakable. The antidote: deliberate, purposeful action. Action shifts your focus from what could go wrong to what you can make right. Marcus Aurelius understood this, writing, "Stop debating what a good person should be. Just be one." Stoicism teaches that clarity and peace come not from overthinking, but from aligning your actions with your values. What does stoic action look like? It begins with focusing on what's in your control. Negative thoughts often stem from fixating on things you can't change, others' opinions, past errors, or uncertain outcomes. Instead, channel your energy into actions that matter. For instance, if you're anxious about an exam, don't obsess over the result. Focus on studying as best you can. By acting, you move from being a passive bystander to an active shaper of your life. Action builds momentum. Imagine standing at the base of a steep hill, daunted by the climb. The longer you wait, the more overwhelming it feels. But take one small step, and the task becomes manageable. Each step fuels your drive to keep going. Take a project you've been delaying out of fear. It won't be perfect. Instead of waiting for the ideal moment, break it into small steps. Write one sentence, outline ideas, or work for just 10 minutes. These actions quiet the voice of doubt and prove you're capable. Stoic action also means aligning what you do with your core values. Ask, what matters most to me? How can my actions reflect that? When your actions have purpose, not fear, you build resilience and confidence. If kindness is a value, focus on kind acts when doubt creeps in. Helping someone can break the cycle of negativity. Action doesn't erase obstacles or mistakes, but it moves you forward despite them. Think of action as a candle in a dark room. It doesn't banish all shadows, but it lights your path. With every step, the light grows and doubts fade. Next time negative thoughts consume you, ask, what's one small step I can take now? Then do it. Send that email, start that workout, or get out of bed. Each action builds momentum, shaping not just your thoughts, but your life with purpose and strength. Lesson 6. Harness the power of your words. The words you use, whether in your inner dialogue or conversations with others, hold immense power. They shape how you view yourself, tackle challenges, and connect with the world. When negative thoughts dominate your language, they reinforce fear and doubt, creating a cycle that feeds itself. But by choosing words that uplift and empower, you set the stage for resilience and growth. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. This extends to how you express those thoughts. Your words aren't just reflections. They're tools to reshape your reality. Start with your inner dialogue, that constant stream of thoughts. When things go wrong, do you say, "I'm such a failure," or "I'll never get this right"? These phrases seem small, but they cement a negative self-image over time. Instead, reframe them. If you slip up, shift from "I'm terrible at this" to "I'm learning, and mistakes help me grow." This subtle change softens the sting and redirects your focus toward progress. Your words to others matter too. Complaining, gossiping, or dwelling on negatives creates a cloud that affects you and those around you. Conversely, speaking with kindness, gratitude, or optimism lifts your mood and strengthens bonds. Instead of "I'm so stressed, I'll never finish this," try "This is tough, but I'm making progress." The shift is slight, but transforms how you feel. For example, after a rough workday, venting about every frustration deepens the rut. Instead, share what you learned or how you'll move forward, like, "Today was hard, but it showed me where I can improve." One powerful tool is affirmations, intentional, positive statements to rewire your mind. If self-doubt plagues you, repeat, "I am capable and strong," or "I am worthy of success." Over time, these words feel true, shifting your focus to what you aspire to be. Another practice is gratitude journaling. Each day, write 3 things you're thankful for, big or small, like a friend's support, a moment of laughter, or a warm coffee. This trains your brain to spot the good, countering negative patterns. Think of words as seeds. Every time you speak, internally or outwardly, you plant something in your mind and others. Negative words grow weeds that choke your mental garden. Positive words bloom into flowers that thrive. The choice is yours. Next time you catch yourself using negative language, pause and ask, "Are these words helping or hurting me?" Then choose a narrative that aligns with the mindset you want. By wielding words wisely, you're not just shaping thoughts, you're shaping your life. Lesson 7. Build emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, setbacks, challenges, and disappointments will come. The question isn't if you'll face them, but how you'll respond. Emotional resilience, the ability to adapt, recover, and thrive amid adversity, is a powerful shield against negative thinking. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Resilience isn't about dodging pain or pretending all is well. It's about choosing your response, even when life feels chaotic. What does resilience look like? It starts with accepting what's beyond your control. Resisting this truth wastes energy on things like others' opinions or past mistakes, fueling negativity. Resilience redirects that energy to what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and attitude. Imagine a project falls apart at the last minute. Instead of spiraling into blame or self-pity, a resilient mind asks, "What's my next step?" This shift from problem to solution is the core of emotional strength. Reframing setbacks as growth opportunities is key. A missed promotion stings, but instead of letting it define you, ask, "What can I learn? How can I come back stronger?" Every challenge is a chance to build resilience. Self-compassion also matters. You wouldn't tell a struggling friend they're a failure. You'd highlight their strengths and urge them on. Offer yourself that kindness. Acknowledge your struggles without judgment, knowing it's human to falter. Building resilience takes practice. Mindfulness is a vital tool. Staying present helps you respond with clarity, not impulse. When frustration rises, pause, breathe, and choose your next move. Gratitude also bolsters resilience. In tough times, focusing on what you're thankful for, a friend, a quiet moment, or your own strength, balances negativity. Resilience is like a tree in a storm. Winds may bend its branches, but deep roots keep it steady. Next time adversity strikes, pause and remind yourself, this is tough, but I'm tougher. Each challenge you overcome proves you're not just surviving, you're growing. Resilience isn't just a skill. It's a mindset that empowers you to face life's ups and downs with courage and clarity. As you strengthen it, negativity loses its hold, leaving you confident to tackle whatever comes. Lesson 8. Embrace gratitude as a mindset shift. Gratitude is a simple yet profound tool to counter negativity. When life feels heavy or unfair, it's easy to fixate on what's lacking, what's gone wrong, or what could be better. But gratitude flips the script, redirecting your focus to what's already good, no matter how small. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Do not dream of what you don't have, but count the blessings you possess, and recall how you'd crave them if they were gone." This reminds us that unhappiness often stems from overlooking what we have, while chasing what we don't. Practicing gratitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending all is perfect. It's about finding moments to appreciate, even in tough times. For example, during a stressful workday, you might pause to value a kind coworker or the chance to learn from a tough task. Gratitude's power lies in shifting your perspective. By seeking things to be thankful for, you train your mind to notice the positive, rewiring it over time to lean toward balance and optimism. Try this. Keep a gratitude journal. Each day, jot down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be grand. It could be the warmth of your coffee, a stranger's smile, or making it through a hard moment. Writing these builds a record of positivity to revisit when negativity looms. Another approach is expressing gratitude to others. Thank a friend, family member, or colleague for something specific, like, "I really appreciate your help today," or "Your advice made a difference." This strengthens bonds and spreads positivity. Consider this scenario. You're stuck in traffic, late for an appointment. Frustration feels inevitable, but pause. Maybe you're thankful for the chance to hear a favorite podcast, or for your car's safety. These moments won't clear the traffic, but they shift how you feel. Gratitude also puts challenges in perspective. Facing a setback, ask, "What can I learn? Is there something to appreciate, like the strength I'm gaining?" Even a small silver lining dims negativity's power. Think of gratitude as a light in a dark room. It doesn't erase the shadows, but illuminates enough to guide you. The more you practice, the brighter it glows, leading you through challenges with clarity and peace. Next time you're trapped in negative thoughts, pause and ask, "What can I be grateful for right now?" There's always something, and finding it isn't just a fleeting act. It's a choice that reshapes your mindset, fostering resilience and fulfillment. Lesson 9. Accept life's impermanence. Much of negative thinking comes from resisting change. We cling to the idea that things, our routines, relationships, or comfort zones, should stay the same. But life is ever shifting. Nothing lasts forever. Embracing impermanence can free you from the stress, fear, and negativity of fighting change. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "All things fade away. What remains is how we act, choose, and respond." Accepting impermanence isn't giving up. It's navigating change with grace. How often do we linger on the past, wishing things hadn't changed, or dread the future, fearing loss? This attachment traps us in negativity. Embracing impermanence lets you live fully in the now. Think of a blooming flower. Its beauty is fleeting, but that's what makes it precious. Life's joys, challenges, and connections are the same, temporary yet meaningful. By accepting this, you find peace in the moment. Here's how it works. When something tough happens, remind yourself, this too shall pass. Pain, frustration, or setbacks are fleeting, just like joy. This perspective soothes hard times, knowing they won't last. For example, if you've had a falling out with a friend, the pain feels heavy. But impermanence reminds you this moment isn't forever. Healing, whether through reconciliation or moving on, is possible with time. Practice gratitude for the present to anchor yourself. Instead of fearing what you might lose, savor what's here now. Spending time with loved ones, cherish it fully. Knowing its fleeting nature makes it special. Impermanence also frees you from perfectionism. Mistakes, failures, or successes are just moments, not your whole story. This gives you courage to try, fail, and try again without fear weighing you down. Picture impermanence like a river's flow, always moving, never the same. Clinging to it brings frustration, but letting it flow lets you appreciate its beauty. Next time you're stuck in regret or anxiety, pause and remind yourself, everything changes. This moment will pass. By embracing impermanence, you create space for peace, growth, and acceptance, finding strength in life's constant evolution. Lesson 10. Live a purpose-driven life. At the core of negative thinking often lies a lack of direction. Without a clear sense of purpose, it's easy to feel adrift, unmotivated, or overwhelmed by life's challenges. Purpose serves as a compass, guiding your thoughts, actions, and choices. It infuses your life with meaning, helps you weather tough times, and keeps negativity at bay. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Those who toil without purpose, with no aim for their thoughts and actions, waste their time, even in constant work." True fulfillment comes not from busyness or chasing fleeting goals, but from aligning with a deeper purpose. Purpose isn't just about achievements. It's about living in harmony with your values and what matters most to you. How do you build a purpose-driven life? Begin by asking, what brings me fulfillment? What impact do I want to make? What aligns with my strengths and values? Your purpose doesn't need to be grand. It could be as simple as being a kind friend, creating meaningful work, or growing every day. What counts is that it resonates with you and gives your life direction. Purpose doesn't eliminate challenges. It reframes them. When you're rooted in purpose, obstacles feel less like dead ends and more like chances to grow. For example, if you're building a business, pursuing a passion, or working on your health, doubts and setbacks will arise. But knowing why you're doing it, perhaps to support your family, express yourself, or feel stronger, keeps you moving forward. Purpose fuels resilience and motivation, even when the path is rough. Purpose also helps you filter distractions. When you're clear on your priorities, saying no to what doesn't serve you becomes easier. If your purpose is to nurture relationships, you might prioritize time with loved ones over endless scrolling. If it's personal growth, You'll choose learning over fleeting pleasures. Purpose transforms negativity too. A missed workout or a project setback isn't a failure. It's a small detour in your larger journey. Remind yourself, one step doesn't define my path. Think of purpose as a lighthouse in life's storms. It shines steadily, guiding you through rough waters. Even when negativity clouds your mind, purpose cuts through, reminding you what matters. To live with purpose, start small. Reflect on your values, set meaningful goals, and align daily actions with your vision. Purpose isn't a fixed destination. It evolves as you grow, and that's its beauty. Next time you feel lost or overwhelmed, pause and ask, what truly matters to me? How can I act on that today? By focusing on purpose, you quiet doubt and fear, crafting a life that's rich, meaningful, and yours. Each step toward purpose builds not just clarity, but unshakable strength. And there it is, 10 transformative lessons to break free from negative thinking and reclaim your mental clarity. Negative thinking isn't your destiny. It's a habit you can change. By mastering your perceptions, uncovering negativity's roots, and embracing tools like gratitude, resilience, and purpose, you can reshape your thoughts and find peace. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is your guiding truth. No matter the challenge, you choose your response. These lessons are more than ideas. They're practical steps to build a stronger, more focused you. Reflect on what hit home today. What small change can you start now? Maybe it's reframing a negative thought, practicing gratitude, or setting boundaries to protect your energy. Every step forward counts. This journey isn't about perfection. It's about progress. And each effort brings you closer to a life of clarity and purpose. If this episode resonated, share it with someone who might need these insights. Let's spread the power of overcoming negativity and building resilient minds. I'd love to hear from you too. What lesson or thought are you taking away? Drop it in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this Stoic Pulse journey. The power to transform your thoughts and life is already within you. Until next time, stay mindful, intentional, and focused on becoming your best self. You've got this.